Ding. All right, welcome to this JSR meeting. Today is May 29th, 2025. Today we'll be going through some of the upcoming features, some of the recently landed features, and then back to continuing grinding through the issue tracker. Let me share my screen for the first one. Let's see. It's the wrong button. This. There we go. All right. All right. So I guess the most recent landed feature, as far as I remember, I probably might be missing something, is that now in a package, like let's say I go to Dino Cache there, you can. Oh wait, let me quickly sign in. You can, as a package maintainer, you can now go to the settings page, and you can define the source of the README, aka this landing page content. So either it's going to be JSDoc with a fallback to README, which is the current behavior and the previous behavior. And additionally, now there's a README only. And that will force to use a README because people have asked for this. So now, even if you have a module doc in your entry point, but have a README that you want to prefer, that's going to be possible now with that setting. Yeah, guess we do have a README here, and I guess we don't have a module. Oh, we have the exact same content in the module doc. Fair enough. Actually, we can. Oh no, it's not exactly the same, so we can see this in action. So I can do README, save changes, go back here, and yeah, now it actually shows the README instead of the module doc. Some people were asking for it, so we've added it. Let me revert that.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we just add features without really talking about them, so maybe something we should make a bit more noise about new features we add. Yeah, then the other feature, which is an upcoming feature, is now you will be able to search for symbols and scopes. So I can search for assert in all of STD across all its entry points, all its modules or packages. That also opens up the path for having symbol search for the entire registry. So being able to search in the top search bar for like assert and getting a list of assert in every package in every scope in entire registry. Yeah, the global one or across the entire registry is gonna be a follow up for later on. For now, we just gonna add scopes because it's easier in terms of UI work to integrate. Like here, we just have a search bar. For the global one, we need to figure out how we want to integrate the search with that because we have the package search. Then we also have to have a symbol search. Do we want to use the same field? Do we want to have a selector dropdown for selecting what kind of search you want to do? There's all kinds of questions around that. So that's going to be for a follow-up.
Probably
But yeah,
copying GitHub does would be nice. But yeah, this is great. I so many times I can't remember where like which STD package something's in.
yeah, that's something many people have been complaining about, so that should definitely help with that. This should hopefully land in the next few days. It's currently stuck on some work from the Orama folks that they want us to change over to the new infrastructure, so just waiting on that. But yeah, implementation wise, it's done. So hopefully it's gonna be the coming days. That's I think everything in terms of upcoming or new features. I can quickly check.
Nope. There are
I have
also
like
Vault packages.
So what?
Vault CLI support JSR natively, and we added to the
Oh yeah, good point. I completely
CLI.
forgot about that. Yeah, so I guess let me go into an actual repo that has, or the scope and package that has full support. And that is now VLT is available as a selector for the use with. And yeah, you can use Vault for using JSR. They added support for JSR, so we added support for them. It's quite simple. VLT has been around for a bit now.
yeah, maybe almost
Something
a year.
around 1 year, but
Yeah.
Vault CLI just support JSR for less than 1 week.
Yeah. Yeah, the Vault CLI is basically like us. I guess I actually have no clue what the CLI really does.
CLI have like npm, basically npm, and it's
Yeah,
npm guys, but they have had a GUI to manage that. It's a complex thing, and they have something called VSR, that
yeah,
basically a serverless registry for enterprise.
yeah,
It's done for enterprise, not like JSR.
yeah. It has also completely different feature set as there is the breakdown table over here. So yeah, it's kind of a weird comparison, honestly, to put the Dutch or VSR and JSR. Like JSR doesn't have much to do with those two, but still, comparison is there if people are interested in looking at it. Um, yeah, let me
Yeah,
double.
for other upcoming features, so I'm going to start work soon on importing text and bytes. So
Mm,
hopefully within the next month, that's going to land.
nice.
It'll probably land as unstable in Dino, but it will at least allow us
I
to.
mean, yeah, in JSR it will just work.
Yeah,
That's
so I
really
think
good.
it's not stable in the spec.
Huh. What about other types of imports, like CSS, for example?
Oh, that's completely, yeah, not like standardized, I think.
Hmm.
But we're probably going to add that anyway.
Okay. Okay. Good, because that's also like stuff like that is also often asked for, just because people want to do front end frameworks or packages that require that. Oh yeah, and I guess one recent fix was that package readmes can now display the preferred color scheme dark mode images correctly, because some images were displaying the light mode variant of the image in the readme. But let me quickly check the recent commit history just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. We added VLT, readme selector, color scheme dark mode, copy button, refactoring, fixes for back dark mode. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess we didn't mention it last meeting, but there's now a badge for archive packages. I think if I go to STD, I thought we have some archive packages. Maybe not. Mm. Oh, maybe because I'm not part of the scope. That's why. Um, yeah, now it will actually show that packages are archived for the maintainers of the scope. I think that's all the recent changes we've done. I want to do some more features, but I don't have infinite amount of time. Yeah, it's small stuff like that that does improve the registry as a whole. All right. Does anyone have any topics they want to bring up? Any questions? Any comments? Anything before we jump into the issue tracker?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, people with access to Blue Sky X account should create a post with um to ask people who have NPM packages that want to be migrated to JSR.
Hmm.
So we know what is blocker, who want to do it, if still need help, or something like that.
Yeah, Andy, what do you think?
Uh, just some post like you're a maintainer of NPM package and want to be on JSR,
Hmm.
answer on the post. So us as maintainer of JSR, we can just go on the repo and see what can be a blocker, what can be a good idea, how they can make a draft publish without breaking the actual implementation,
Hmm.
and maybe found something that we can improve on our side.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So maybe just make a call out tweet to see what popular package or what people want to be moved over to JSR. This would be the first step.
Yeah, I think we can definitely do that. I think the audience on social media is a little bit smaller, so maybe we can have it be reposted from the Dino account also to see if it gets
Sure.
any responses.
Yeah, and I mean, next week I'm giving a talk about JSR at a small conference, and then the week after I'm giving a talk about JSR at JS Nation. So definitely gonna be a big enough audience that I can do a call out like that as well. I think people definitely would be responsive in an in-person conference, especially at a scale like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can maybe ask if we can repost it with our automatization or Blue Sky account of Node.js. Maybe I can promise something.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
At Node.js, we have an automatization. We basically make a pull request to retweet, repost something. So I can ask if we allowed to report just a post.
Oh, what do you think,
Maybe
Andy?
cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I think after we post it, I can send you the link and then you can repost it.
Okay, I will try if we are allowed to do that. Maybe TSC will say no.
I mean, I'm meeting with some people next week, so I can pull some strings in person in case. But all right. Oh, and someone in chat says also, why not make a small blog post? Not sure if a blog post necessarily is the right thing for that. Don't know.
The issue with blog posts is people can't answer.
Yeah.
People can say, "Hey, I need help." In answer of the post, we see it. We see, "Hey, I need help. I'm maintaining a small libraries," and just go on the repo. So yeah.
All right then. Okay. Any other topics? I'll take that as a no. So I guess we can go to the issue tracker. We have 14 minutes left, so gonna be a few issues we can go through. All right. So last week we finished page 8. So this week we're going with page 7 with the first issue. We also generate documentation and publish when depth is an add type. Any idea, David?
There are commands that say move it to dev dependency and it should fix. Because what the guy is trying to do is publish a package that have a direct dependencies to type. the type isn't a runtime dependency.
It might still be necessary for just making sure the types for something else works. So, um, like the types might be a dependency for the package. So I don't know if moving it to dev deps would
Be the right
fix
move.
that. Yeah, it kind of looks like this is some just resolution error. It probably I just have to try to reproduce it.
Also, this is from 1 year ago, so this might be out of date
Yeah,
by now.
I know.
So maybe worth testing it out and seeing if it's still the
Yeah.
case. Want me to assign you to it?
Sure.
All right, then abstract npm tuples make separate crate. Yeah, not gonna talk about that. We already talked about it many times. It's kind of slowly in the works, I guess. Rather, I mean, since David is here, we can ask David, what's the progress of slowly splitting stuff up?
It's progressing more now.
Mhm.
What was the issue again? We wanted a separate
Yeah, I mean, basically, we
npm.
want us. Yeah, in this case, people want. Well, in this
Right.
case, basically Dino pack or Dino something. So that's one thing, but also, yeah, I mean, in general, we also need to split it off. So we just have a JSR CLI that's not dependent on the Dino CLI, like the
Yeah.
actual Dino CLI binary.
Yeah, there hasn't been much work on that one.
Okay. I feel like Dino pack or Dino publish pack or whatever is quite simple, I think.
It's at least getting a bit easier to do that now that I extracted out a bunch of the code from the CLI. So like the resolution and npm installation and all that stuff. We just have to move the tarball out of JSR, I guess, or
Yeah, we need probably a shared package for that, which is not a problem. We can do. All
yeah,
right.
I think this is just within JSR. We'd have to
Yeah.
just refactor the code.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's doesn't seem too complicated, but yeah, probably a bit lower on the priority list. I mean, currently this is an assigned, a P1. No, I would say this is more of a P2, honestly. This is not that high priority. It's useful, but now that also you can just publish npm packages to JSR, this is slightly less necessary because people were wanting to use this for dual publishing, etc. And, well, since this is not as necessary anymore, we can deprioritize it a bit. All right. Clicking Files tab on package changes, URL pattern. Yeah, so the pattern for the files does not match what the docs do. That is intentional. Not really something we can change. We don't really want to change the URL structure. I'll make sure that that doesn't happen because that's just gonna make so much problem for everyone. Yeah, honestly, I would close this as non-actionable. Like, it's intentional. There's a reason for it, and yeah. All right, let's first read this comment. I'm not sure I understand entirely. Here's an example of the way it currently works. Could cause confusion for the experience for a user. Imagine I'm a user and I hear about a new package called SD Archive. I go to SD Archive to read more about it. I start clicking around to understand its features and I click on the Docs tab. Read some docs, click on the version tabs to see recent published version, and lastly go to Files tabs to see what code actually looks like. Now I'm all done and I want my link. I want to link the package to my team, so I go back to Overview to app and copy and paste the URL. However, the URL in my address is no longer a URL that will always link to the latest version of the package, but it links to whatever the latest version was at the time I happened to click on the Files tab. Okay, wait, let's see. So if I go to, let's see, I go to a version, I click on a version, then I go to Files, and then go to Overview. Or is it the other way around? Overview, Files. Oh yeah, that adds a version constraint, and then we go back. Okay, I think we can fix this. If the latest, right, if the version is the latest version while on the file view, we change that the link on the to the overview is without version. This should be relatively trivial. This is a good first issue. This is ready. This should be like 10 minutes at most for anyone. All right. Next up. Unable to publish package. Failed to build module graph. Oh, that's fun. Related to 526. Okay. Unsure. Probably would need to replicate it locally. You don't by any chance have any clue what's going on here from the top of your head, right?
No.
Yeah. The error
What's the
is
module that's
node projects web
called to the
component.
right? Is that,
Huh? Oh,
if you get the full file name there.
yeah.
Oh,
File
component.
design. Yeah, we can quickly take a look at the repo. This is source elements control, source elements controls, designer tab control. Yeah, not sure.
Hmm.
I don't see anything. I mean, the rest should be fine, whatever. So maybe
Just
this.
another one we have to try to reproduce.
Yeah. Okay. So remaining as a bug. Infer package version from package.json. People keep asking about this over and over again. What do we do here, David? Do we want to do it? Oh no.
I think so.
No, please
Oh,
never make that happen. We should go away from package.json because basically everyone are trying to make a standard around this file, and it's never happened. So we should try to avoid this file in general.
Yeah, if I remember, there was some reason we didn't want to do this. I think it was maybe like accidentally publishing with a version to JSR that you didn't mean to, or
Yeah, that, and I think also it was just we don't want to creep into package.json too much.
yeah. What's at the bottom of this? Okay.
Okay, so someone has a command for it. Yeah, I mean, feel free to use this
Maybe
command.
JSR can just throw one, let's say, you have different version, something like that. But taking information from package.json is not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the CLI could say, oh, you have a package.json with another version. Did you intend to update the version? Like, alright, your package.json has version X, but your JSR version has JSR JSON has version Y as a debug output during the publishing, not as an actual blocker. I
Yeah, I
think
wonder if this could be like a GitHub action or something that someone could create that does this.
true. I mean, CLI, we do have already information about the package JSON, don't we, right?
Yeah.
So technically we could just check the value and do a print line and call it a day.
Yeah.
That's probably like 5 lines of code.
Mm.
All right. Proposed solution. The CLI will print a warning when versions between JSR.json and package.json are mismatched, but we will not infer the version from package.json. Okay. Then include transitive dependency license analysis and JSR processing. I mean, this would be cool. And now we do require license. So I don't think this is difficult.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So this doesn't even need a plan anymore. This is just walk through the packages, grab the license, and print it out.
Yeah, maybe need to, yeah, like on the packages page just to see that.
Oh yeah,
But then also from the CLI, it would be neat to see as well.
yeah, but I feel like if we do it on the UI, I think, I mean, this could be part of if you go to dependencies and it can just show here, like license.
Right.
That's,
Oh, good idea.
then we don't even have to do any additional UI work. It's just adding another column. I think that's probably the best way forward. So
Yeah, the one thing is like, so there could be a version constraint there, but different versions could have a different license.
if you do that, you suck.
Yeah, that's the only thing to consider.
Yeah. I mean, for the dependency graph, we already resolved the version by constraints.
Yeah,
So we could just
but that takes a
reuse.
bit of time to load, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not computationally cheap.
Yeah, we could maybe.
Maybe we can always just show it here.
We could maybe just like check the license for all the versions that match a constraint, and then I don't know,
List them all.
maybe show all. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But overall, I think we're all in agreement to put it here.
Yeah.
What's this? 20 tabs.
Oh, but that's only for direct dependencies. So I guess we have
Yeah.
to keep clicking through and see. This is wanting the transitive dependencies as well.
True. For that, you can just use the graph then, because the graph does transitive. And then we can just display it here. So,
Yeah.
Proposed solution. Oh, we're already on time. Let's quickly just do this. On the list, we show the license for transitive needs. You can we will display the license in the dependency. God, word dependency is going on my nerves. In a dependency graph view. Not sure how, if this doesn't basically incur to the same computational aspect as the entire graph. I guess no, because we don't care about the transitive dependencies, so it's in between. But no,
Yep.
wait. We have to build entire graph to figure out exact version. If we
No, like we can just resolve the. We can either get the highest version that matches that constraint,
okay.
use that, and so we only need to resolve one level,
Okay.
or we can show all the licenses that match that constraint. But probably just showing the highest one's easiest.
Okay.
And faster.
I wouldn't see this as a good first issue. This will obviously need some knowledge work, but also this is not complicated. This is like, yeah,
Yeah,
2 hours at max. I would say actually 1 hour, but yeah.
It depends, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Probably then need some work from on the side of JSR itself, providing that information in the structs that JSR walked through for the graph building, but whatever, it's overall it's not gonna be complicated. But yeah, 2 hours, then yeah, sounds reasonable. Okay. That's good. Let's see, do we have any quick ones before we close off? No, just our lint or just a publish lint. I guess we can quickly take a look at this one and call it. When publishing using JSR publish, is just some linting. I suggest adding JSR lint or just publish lint so we can include this linting as part of other linting tasks. I have the following in my packages in which I run before creating PRs. And publish packaging also does. Fair enough. Yeah, you can dry run. Maybe we have something like JSR validator tool that validates JSR JSON and REST. But I feel like that's part probably of dry run. So I think just use dry run in this scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely on time. So I guess we will continue this in. Okay, no, so we will be canceling the next open meeting, which is on the 12th, because me and Luca both probably will, well, I for sure, Luca most likely as well, will be both at JS Nation giving a talk about JSR. So so we'll be skipping the meeting for this time around for the 12th. But the 26th we'll be around again. So we're skipping one meeting. So yes, thank you very much for attending, and I'll see you, I guess, in a month. Have a good one, everyone.
You too. Bye.
Bye.